This is You Can Change Vegan. Hello, today we're making an Aussie classic recipe. Thanks to one of my subscribers for requesting this recipe. We're making these chocolate lamingtons. Step 1 is preheating the oven to 160 Celsius or 320 Fahrenheit. If you like the look of my lamingtons and want to make your own, the full recipe is in the description. We'll start with the wet ingredients, which are melted vegan butter, plant milk, and vanilla. Give that all a stir and then set aside. While we combine our dry ingredients, which are self-raising flour, baking powder or soda to help the cake rise, sugar for sweetness, and salt to balance everything. Stir together all of the dry ingredients and then create a well in the center where we'll pour in the wet mix. Whisk everything to form a smooth batter. It should look like this. Now it's time to prepare your cake tin. I'm using one large one, or you could use two smaller ones. Line or grease it. Now scrape all of the cake batter into the tin. Spread the batter out evenly. And now we bake it for 35 minutes in the preheated oven, rotating after 25 minutes so it cooks evenly. You can tell that it's ready by checking the center to make sure it's cooked, and around the edge should be golden brown. Allow the cake to cool in the tray. Once the cake tin is cooled down enough to hold, place the wire rack on top and then gently flip to turn out the cake. If you've made two small cakes, you can skip this step, but if you've got one large cake, cut it in half. Heat up your jam until it's runny. This will make it easier to spread. Now pour the jam onto the flat side of one of the cakes. Spread it out evenly like this. And now sandwich the two flat sides together. Now cool the cake completely, either in the fridge for an hour or on the bench for a few hours. The cake's now cool, so I'm going to cut it into squares. Or they're actually cubes. Now place that to the side while we make our chocolate dip with icing sugar, cocoa, plant milk, and melted vegan butter all added to a bowl. Stir it all together until smooth. It should be quite runny. Whisk out any lumps and then set aside. The final ingredient is desiccated coconut. Simply add it to a small bowl. To make our lamingtons, take a piece of cake, quickly dip it into the chocolate, straight into the coconut, and then place it on the plate. Allow the excess chocolate to drip off. Now straight into the coconut. Making sure to coat all sides, you can use a spoon to help. Now place it on the plate. Repeat with all of the cake. You're guaranteed to make a big mess. Alright, so I've made all of the lamingtons, but as I warned you, I've made a huge mess. Once you've finally cleaned up, then you can enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this recipe video. If you haven't already, subscribe now and watch more of my vegan recipe videos here.